Baylor.
Listen. The way the Power 5 teams are held to a different standard is what I was talking about. The theory should be that the worst Power 5 team should be able to beat the average non-Power 5 team.
You would think. But when charges get dropped on half of your good players, that doesn't help.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but it's not
Maybe stop being scumbags.
Hey, it's not like Baylor has a history of producing great people. I mean, look, they got Brittany Griner.
What are you talking about? RG3 was a fantastic individual who became spaghetti.
Spaghetti's delicious, though. So we're going to move on from Conference USA because...
He couldn't even start for the Browns.
That is pathetic. That is pathetic.
That's what you hold your hat on, Baylor.
It's a good point.
It's like, I'm available. No.
And you got Bryce Petty.
Bryce Petty at this point looked better than RG3.
Yeah, he does.
And RG3, I think, has a statue.
He does. Anyways.
What a depressing place Baylor must be.
I've heard Waco's nice, though.
Yeah.
I've never been to Texas, but I hear Waco's nice.
Dave Koresh had great reviews of the place.
Who?
David Koresh.
I don't know who that is. Anyways, we're going to move on. Guys, it's time for one of our fun little games here. Which is more likely?
Wait a minute, you don't know who David Koresh is?
Who's David Koresh?
Who's the dude in the Waco cult?
I don't know. No. I'm not up on stuff, Tony.
Dude, it's not even being up on stuff. It happened in 93.
No.
Where they burned down that building with the cult?
I was 3.
They didn't have smartphones then.
I was 3.
I'm just shocked that you didn't know that. Okay.
I'll look into it after the episode. But anyways, which is more likely? One of my favorite segments of the entire
I do like this
episode. Right. Given that it is All-Star Weekend in Major League Baseball coming up,
Yes.
our first which is more likely is, will Aaron Judge retain his home run derby crown?
No.
Or will someone else win?
Someone else, because Aaron Judge isn't in it.
Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge isn't in it?
No, he said he's not doing it this year.
Oh, he said he's
Be
not
fair.
in it this year.
Okay.
Easiest question you've ever asked me.
I mean, it won't even be fair if he was in it, so.
Okay. So then we're going...
That is right, too.
We're going to move on. Next question. Which is more likely? The American League wins or the National League wins?
American.
American League wins. And I know that the game's not till Tuesday, and we can talk about it on Tuesday, but it starts at the same time we start, and we have other shit to talk about. Anyways, Dan O'Shea, American League or National League? Who's going to win?
I don't know, National League.
Oh, going against the grain. It's a bold move there,
Bold.
Cotton.
See if it pays off.
All right, Dan, this one is for you, Dan O'Shea. Which is more likely? Kevin Knox continues to impress even in the regular season, or it's just a bunch of first-year players and players looking for a spot on a team that he's playing against, and so he will level off? Which is more likely?
I mean, it depends on what your definition of impress is. Like, I want to see him do some of what he's doing. I don't expect him to continue to do the same thing, but if he continues doing some of it and improves over the season, then I'm going to count that as impressed, and I'm going to say that's more likely than him, failing to show up.
What a jump. Anyways, yeah, no, I completely agree. Impress is a very subjective idea.
Term.
Yeah.
I would like to chime in, and I would like to answer that as I think he will impress. And the reason I believe that is because he's very young. His athleticism is clearly there, and what he can do on offense has been pretty impressive already. Every player, I feel, has to have some adjustment period to being able to play defense in the NBA, so I think he will improve in that area. But I also think...
No, I didn't hear you.
Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox.
Oh.
And I also think that he has more potential to shine as his own individual on this team, where I think he was kind of overshadowed from his full potential because of everything and everyone that is involved in Kentucky.
Okay. All right. What about you, BB?
I do want to say some other notes on Summer League. Our second pick, Mitchell Robinson, has looked extremely impressive. I'm super hype about him right now. Yes, it's Summer League, but he looks like he could be, a big asset. And Frankie struggled his first game, but then second game came out and was scoring all over the place. So I think Fizdale might have gotten into his head, and we might see a different Frank this season.
Hopefully, because if he's anything like he was last season and doesn't show any improvement, I'm going to be so pissed. So pissed. But anyways, BB, what were you going to say?
It's second. I think it'll be impressive.
You think it'll be impressive?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that he is as well going to be impressive because what I've seen from him isn't scoring, isn't, any statistic. It's the intangibles. The kid just has this intensity about him, and he seems like he's extremely intelligent, which I didn't see at Kentucky. So I'm a lot more excited about him now than I was when he was drafted because he just looks like you get a ball in his hand and he's comfortable regardless of who he's playing against. He looks like he's comfortable. He looks like he just knows what's happening. And his intensity and physicality is there. So
yeah, that slashing is brand new. I mean, you didn't really see that in his college career. He was a shooter, and he played decent defense. So I'm definitely more hyped up about him than I was on draft night, where I was kind of mediocre on him, lukewarm. His slashing ability seemingly has come from nowhere and looks refined. He looks like he's got some Jason Tatum in him, maybe.
Well, I mean, my question for that is what we saw from him at Kentucky. Is that just Calipari running the system that he wants, and Fizdale said to him, "Hey, you just go play your game."
One thing. To be what you're driving at is a word you love to use, and I'm so surprised you didn't use it there, but I had to mention it. He's got a high motor.
He's got a high motor.
He's constantly moving. That dude seems like he has nothing but energy in him.
Seriously, his stamina and his, I don't even know, what else to call it. But high motor, you're right. It's
just
crazy.
like a guy that's got his pedal or his foot stuck on the gas pedal. He's just gonna go.
Maybe he should be tested for coke. I'm just saying.
It is Vegas.
I'm just saying.
I've heard that things are not hard to come by. Mainly from Get 'em to the Greek.
Also, though, what happens there stays there, so we'll never know.
That's true.
Drug tests in Vegas don't happen.
Documentary.
That's true. Unless it's being broadcast by the Golden Knights. There's no proof that anything happened.
Exactly. So, that is, for me, he's impressed me. Like I said, I'm not even looking at his stats. Just what he's doing mentally, what he's doing physically. That's what I'm excited about. And the fact that he's going to have time to play, be the big body, without Kylo Quinn, without Kristaps Porzingis, he's going to get to play this season. And we'll get to see what he can actually do. So, I'm hoping that I continue to be impressed. The next one, which is more likely? LeVar Ball and LeBron actually coexist in LA, or Lonzo gets traded?
Wow.
I think LeVar gets shut down. I don't think they get along. I think LeBron just daddies him, and you hear a lot less from LeVar, and LeBron becomes Lonzo's new father.
I kind of agree with that, but I'm going to say that it's more likely the first one because he's threatened by LeBron. He's like, you speak up, I will smack you. Do you understand me? You run your cute little basketball league and worry about your other two children. You can come and you can sit and you can eat popcorn. But if I hear you so much as sneeze, I'm going to miss a pass and it's going right for your face.
But Dad, can I have a pretzel? Gotta be popcorn.
Snap preferences on you.
All right. So, I think Lonzo gets traded.
I mean, that's always a possibility, but
Because I think that's going to happen regardless.
it may.
I think if there is a way that Kawhi comes to LA, it'll involve 3 teams, and Lonzo's going to be a piece that goes.
I think they coexist because you'd hear about it every week in the media, and that's just too good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh,
I mean,
man.
talk about ratings. I mean, come on.
That is a good point.
Yeah, like, LeVar might, like, talk something, like, to media and in front of cameras, but he's never going to do it within arm's reach of LeBron. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Unless he's like, my boy LeBron could beat MJ.
Well, yeah, maybe that. Like, he might be a hype man, but he, at some point, like, Lonzo and him are going to have a conversation like, yo, if your dad talks smack about me, you know that I'm going to show up at his doorstep.
In Game 7s, that LeBron James has advanced to the next round of the playoffs. He has never lost.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you know I know where you live, right? just let your father know. I see him on his Facebook show. I'll find him.
All right, guys, we got...
LeBron is going to do to the big baller bros or whatever, because not their brand, just them, those big ballers, what he did to the Toronto Raptors.
Ooh, that's a good
Sit
point.
him in a corner and tell him know your place.
So he's gonna do what Kevin Garnett did to Glenn Big Baby Davis. You sit the fuck down and shut the hell up.
The ballers.
All right, 2 more, guys. First one, it's a soccer one. I know, soccer.
I've been trying to switch the channel every time I see that on TV.
Yeah, but I have to ask the question. And remember, this is
World Cup.
which is more likely, not what one's going to happen. So even though there are multiple outcomes that aren't listed in here, which is more likely? Belgium wins the World Cup or Croatia wins the World Cup?
Belgium.
Do you really want me to answer that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Belgium
Croatia. Belgium lost
Did they?
today. Yeah, to France, 1-0.
I
So I'm
didn't.
going to say Croatia. Final answer.
All right, so France or Croatia?
France. They're a really good team.
Yeah, I'm going to say France.
I would like
Croatia's not yet
Croatia
there.
just because they haven't won one yet. Like, there's only been 7 teams that's ever won the World Cup. Only
Yeah,
7
I'd love to
countries
see
have ever won.
Croatia in it.
See, this is what happens when I have to work all day and can't watch sports.
Yeah, unfortunately, I understand that. I just happened to take my break when World Cup started.
You hear that, listeners? Sponsor us.
Yes, if we can get paid, we can do better for you. It's not for us, it's for you. Anyways, so, final one here. And Dan Beebe, this one's going to be aimed at you. But I want everyone to answer. Which is more likely to happen? And Tony, this is going to lead perfectly into what I think your rant's going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more likely to happen? Wrestling regains its worldwide popularity thanks to New Japan Pro Wrestling, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, or we learn that UFC is scripted too. Which is more likely?
More likely.
You mean the fights themselves are scripted, or like all the extra stuff?
Everything. Everything about UFC.
I don't think the fights are scripted, so I'm going to go with WWE, even though I don't really see that happening. Everything else, except for the fights, you know, all the trash talking, etc., trying to build up drama, I think that stuff is scripted. But the fights themselves, I think, are real.
How'd you put the first part of that again?
Wrestling regains its worldwide popularity partially in thanks to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Or we learn that UFC is scripted too.
Pro Wrestling New Japan, definitely. It's huge by all means today.
Seriously, it is.
And WWE is going so more international now that it's impossible to ignore that.
I think wrestling is going to get back to worldwide levels of popularity thanks to New Japan, especially Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks.
Bullet Club,
Seriously.
AJ Styles.
Yeah, it's going to new heights, and it's going to be fun to watch. Which, by the way, I saw a video of a wrestler get in a 6-man tag match, get tagged into the ring. Dude looks like Mike